Make the ground shake.
Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Tom Gummy, and today we are back for another statue tutorial. Again, continue with the theme of Fortnite Battle Royale. Today we are doing the level 100 Season 4 Battle Pass tier skin, which is of course the Omega skin. So, again, if you haven't seen this in game, this is like the all black suit with the orange highlights. It's a really nice skin, and I do want to give a quick shout out to Boris, otherwise known as BorosBros, who did a really awesome design. I've just made a few small adjustments to it, just to make it 100% compared to the actual character. So again, majority of the work is by Boros, so I want to give credit where credit is due. Once again, all his information will be down in the description below. If you want to go show him some love and support, please do so. Without further ado, let's get straight into the tutorial. So the blocks you're going to need are as following. You'll need black wool, block of coal, black concrete, orange terracotta, orange concrete, orange stained glass, polished andesite, grey concrete, nether brick slab, and also stone slabs. So once again, I'll give you guys a second to grab them blocks into your inventory, and then we'll get straight into building. Now, one thing I am generally interested to actually ask is because I've been playing a bunch of Fortnite recently, and it's probably not the best for my productivity, but nonetheless, I've been having quite a bit of fun with it. So I want to know what level you guys actually are, the guys that have been buying the Battle Pass, what tier you are, because I'm kind of like still in the midway point, and I'm kind of worried that I'm not actually going to get the Omega skin, which is a bit disappointing. So either I'm just going to have to play it a bunch more, or I might just have to buy some tiers, which would be quite unfortunate. Anyways, enough rambling about that. Again, let me know down in the comment section below which tier level you are. And yeah, let's get into building. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start off by building the legs. The legs are 12 blocks tall, 8 blocks wide, so we're going to be doing 12 layers, and we're going to build left to right on each one. After every single layer, I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to pause. Please do take that opportunity if you feel you need it at all. If you don't, that's great. Again, just take your time, because it's better to do it now than it is to get to the end of the video, realise you messed up 2 minutes in, and have to go back and fix everything. So anyways, what we're going to start by doing is grabbing our black wool. And we're going to place 3 black wool, 2 blocks of coal, and 3 black wool. So once again, that is layer number 1, and that is 3 black wool, 2 blocks of coal, and 3 black wool. So the majority of this is going to be out of black wool. There's also going to be block of coal and black concrete as highlights. If you want to change any of the blocks around at all, i.e. swap black wool for black concrete, you're more than welcome to do so. Anyways, in regards to this area of coal here, it goes essentially up to the 12th layer. So to save ourselves some time, we're going to build up 11, get out of the way. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And we're going to double it up like so. Now, in addition to this, the majority of the other area is black wool. So for the first 3 blocks, and for the last 3 blocks, we're also going to build up 11 using black wool until it's the exact same height as the middle pillar that we've just built. And what this will give us is a 12 by 8 rectangle, as you can see when I back up in a second. So there you go, that is your 12 by 8 rectangle, 12 tall, 8 blocks wide, and it's essentially 3 blocks of black wool, 2 blocks of coal, and 3 blocks of black wool. Now, in terms of the top of the legs, we're going to make a few small changes to the black wool area. So starting off at the very top layer on the left side, we're going to leave 1 block. We come to the second block and we're going to replace it with orange terracotta. Replace the third block with coal. The fourth and fifth block we're going to keep as coal, but we're going to change the 6th block to coal and the 7th block to orange terracotta. So as you can see, it currently looks like this. Continuing with the theme of modifications, we're going to come to the second from top layer. On the left side and the right side, we're going to place an orange terracotta. So essentially, it's connecting diagonally with the one we just placed a second ago. The next step we're going to do is grab ourselves our coal, and in between, this block in between the 2 oranges, we're going to place 1 coal, underneath it a second coal, and then down diagonal to the left. And on the right side, we're of course going to go down diagonal to the right. So once again, on the right side, in between the 2 oranges, we're going to place a coal, go down 1, and then down diagonal to the right like so. And once you've done that, that is the legs of the statue, or at least the front side of the legs complete. So if you want to pause, you are more than welcome to do so. Now, in terms of just adding a bit more detail, this is of course the base layer, we're going to add a small little 3D effect. So what we're going to do is on the left side, we're going to come to the layer directly below this block of coal. So it's essentially the 5th layer down from the top, as you can see. And what we're going to do is we're going to place 3 black wool, leave a 2 block gap, and place 3 black wool. Underneath this, we're going to place 1 block of coal, 1 black wool, 1 block of coal, leave a 2 block gap, 1 block of coal, 1 black wool, 1 block of coal. And then for the final layer, the 3rd and final layer, we're going to place 3 black concrete, leave a 2 block gap, 3 black concrete, and as you can see, once you've done that, it just bulks out the knees a bit, adds a bit more detail, just makes the legs overall look a bit more interesting. So that's essentially 2 3x3 squares, nice and simple, and again, once you've done that, that is the legs complete. So, again, brief opportunity to pause if necessary, and then we're going to start making some progress on the upper body and arms. So, moving on. The upper body is a 12x8 area, each arm is 12x4, we're not going to worry about the arms for now, we'll come back to that later on in the video. In terms of the body itself, we're going to start off on the first layer by placing 1 black concrete, 6 black wool, and 1 black concrete. What we're then going to do is on the left side, we're going to expand 1 to the left using block of coal and 3 black wool, and we're going to repeat the exact same on the right side, so that's 1 block of coal and 3 black wool. So it's a 4 block extension on the left side, and a 4 block extension on the right side. Essentially, what this is doing is marking out where the arms start, where the hands begin. We're not going to worry about it for now though, we'll come back as I said later on. It's just kind of marking out to save time later down the road. Anyways, continuing now with the body, we're going to move on to the second layer. So the second layer consists of 2 orange terracotta, 4 black concrete, and 2 orange terracotta. On top of this, for the third layer, we're going to place 1 orange concrete, 1 orange terracotta, 4 black wool, 1 orange terracotta, and 1 orange concrete. So once again, that was the third layer. For the fourth layer now, we're going to place 1 black wool, 6 black concrete, and 1 black wool. And on top of that, to cap it off for the fifth layer, we're going to place 8 black wool. So nice and simple. For the sixth layer, the halfway point, exact same as the fourth layer, we're going to place 1 black wool, 6 black concrete, and 1 black wool. And just like the fifth layer, we're going to cap it off on the 7th layer with 8 black wool. For the 8th layer now, we're going to place a row of solid coal. So that is 8 blocks of coal. Once again, that is the 7th layer, or sorry, 8th layer. Moving on to the next layer, which is the 9th layer. We're going to place 1 black wool, 1 block of coal, 4 black concrete, 1 block of coal, and 1 black wool. Once again, that is the 9th layer. Again, just a brief opportunity to catch up if you need to do so. For the 10th and 11th layers, it is the exact same. So we're going to place 2 black wool, 1 orange terracotta, 2 black wool, 1 orange terracotta, and 2 black wool. And as I said, the 11th layer is indeed the exact same, so we just repeat it for a second time. For the 12th and final layer, what we're going to do is place 1 black wool, 1 orange terracotta, 4 black wool, 1 orange terracotta, and 1 black wool. And once you've done that, if you've done it correctly, it should look something like this. That is a 12x8 rectangle. One thing we're going to add before we move on is we're going to grab ourselves our orange stained glass, and on top of the 3 orange terracotta either side at the very top of the body, we're actually going to place a layer of orange stained glass in front of it. Kind of just makes it look like it's glowing, and it just adds a bit more shape and a bit more, again, texture to the upper part of the body. So once again, that is the front side of the body complete. That is a 12x8. If you want to pause, feel free. If you don't want to pause, let's continue building. So one thing I also want to point out is in Boros' original design, he actually used red for the highlights. Now, personally, as I've seen the character in game a few times, been killed by the character in game quite a few times, unfortunately, it kind of looks orange to me, so that's why I changed it to orange. If you want to make it red, I respect that. Feel free to just change it. In the original design, I believe he used this Never Warp block, which is, again, a really cool texture block. In this tutorial, I'm just choosing to use orange. It's personal preference. Whatever you want to do, feel free to do so. So, continue with the arms, or should I say, starting with the arms. We're going to start on the left one. So the left arm is 12 blocks tall and 4 blocks wide. First layer, as we've already got here, you can see, is 3 black wool and two, I clearly can't count, and 1 block of coal. So the second layer now, from left to right, is going to be 2 black wool, 1 black concrete, and 1 block of coal. The third layer is 4 black wool, and the fourth layer is 4 blocks of coal. The next layer, which is indeed the fifth layer, is going to be 3 black wool, 1 black concrete, and the sixth layer, we're going to cap it off with 4 blocks of coal. So again, that's the first 6 layers, halfway point. For the seventh layer, we're going to place 3 black wool, 1 black concrete. The 8th layer, the 9th layer, and the 10th layer, all the exact same. We're going to place 1 orange terracotta, 2 black wool, and 1 black concrete. So once again, that is the 8th, 9th, and 10th layers, and they're all the exact same. That being orange terracotta, 2 black wool, and 1 black concrete. The 11th layer now, the second to last layer, is as following. We're going to place 2 black wool, 1 block of coal, and 1 black concrete. And then to cap it off for the 12th and final layer, we're going to place 4 black wool. Once you've done that, as you can see, it is indeed a 12x4 rectangle. If you want to pause, please do so. And one thing to point out is that the other arm, the right arm, is indeed the exact same. It's just kind of mirrored over. So if you want to flip it yourself, feel free to just skip in the video. What I'm going to do, just in case there are people that do want me to still run over the right arm, we're going to do it anyways. So again, if you want to skip forwards, feel free. So, in terms of the right arm, as I said before, it is indeed the exact same as the left arm, just mirrored. So, the first layer consists of 1 block of coal, 3 black wool. The second layer is 1 block of coal, 1 black concrete, and 2 black wool. For the third layer now, we're going to place 4 black wool. We're then going to place 4 blocks of coal, and then we're going to cap that with 1 black concrete, 3 black wool, and then a second layer of 4 black coal. That is the first 6 layers. Again, I'm going slightly faster for this section, just because it is a repeat. If you want more time, just pause the video right here. In regards to the next layer, which is the 7th layer, we're going to place 1 black concrete and 3 black wool. For the 8th, 9th, and 10th layer, similar to before, we're going to place 1 black concrete, 2 black wool, and then 1 orange terracotta on the very end. For the 11th layer, the second to last layer, we're going to place 1 black concrete, 1 block of coal, 2 black wool, and then for the 12th and final layer, it is simply 4 black wool. So, if I back up, you can now see this is what the statue looks like. That is the front side of the legs, the front side of the body, and the front side of each arm, the left and right side complete. Once again, the body and legs are 12x8, each arm is 12x4, and the statue itself at this point should be 24 tall, 16 wide, 8 wide if you're not including the arms. So it's looking lovely. However, and this is a big however, it's flat, it's a pixel art. So what we're going to do to fix this is we're going to start expanding it backwards, starting with the sides of the legs. We're going to come around to the left side, we're going to grab ourselves our black wool, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3 to left from the already existent black wool. Now, the thing about the side of the leg is, whilst it's 12x4, the 4th row is already done. What you're looking at right here, which is the front side, is your 4th row. What this means, essentially, is that's already done. That's out the way. That's 1 row done. So, if we go on that basis, that means we're only placing 3 blocks per row, because the 4th block is already there. So, as I said, 3 blocks per layer. The first 8 layers is solid black wool. So we've got the first layer, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and then finally 8th. And you'll know you've hit the right layer because this layer here, the 9th layer, will have a block of coal on the edge. So again, the 9th layer, which is the layer we stop at, is the layer that's got the coal here. The rest should be solid black wool, an 8x4 rectangle of black wool. For the 9th layer, we're going to place 1 block of coal, 1 black wool, 1 orange terracotta. The 10th layer is going to be 2 black wool, 1 orange terracotta, and then the 11th and 12th layers are going to be 3 black wool. It's as simple as that. That is a 12x4, that is the left side of the leg, and the good news is it gets even easier because the right side is indeed the exact same. Once again, I'll give you guys a little opportunity to pause here at the corner angle if you need to do so. Again, just bear in mind it's 12x4 and it should be pretty easy to replicate. So, heading around to the right side now, we're going to, again, start this black wall here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 to the right. And again, it gives us a similar pattern, this time an L shape, and it's going to be a 12x4. First block in this case is already done, so we're placing 3 blocks per layer. First 8 layers is going to be black wool, and again the easy trick, I guess you could say, is to build all the way up until you hit the block of coal here. This is where we're going to stop. This is the 9th layer. So the first 8 layers is black wool, and then for the 9th layer we've got our 1 block of coal. We're then going to place 1 orange terracotta, 1 black wool, and 1 block of coal. On top of this, for the 10th layer, we're going to place 1 orange terracotta, 2 black wool, and then for the 11th and 12th layers we're going to place 3 black wool. That is a 12x4 rectangle. That is the right side of the leg complete. And again, I'll give you a little view from a corner angle. Okie dokie, so that is the side of the legs. What we're going to work on now is the sides of the arms, but before we do that, we need to build the base of the arms. Now, essentially, what this means is once we're building the sides and the rear, it's going to end up essentially looking something like that. Now, the issue with this is if we don't fill this area in, he's going to have a hole in the bottom of his hand. So what we're going to do to, I guess, fix this issue is we're going to build back 3 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, using black wool, apart from this section here. So behind the block of coal, we're going to bring it back 1, 2, 3 using coal. If you look at it from below, you should now have something that looks like this. This is a 4x4 platform. We do the exact same on the other arm. So behind the coal, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Behind the black wool, we're going to use black wool. So again, very simple, 4x4 square, and that's going to be the underside of the hand, and again, just prevents there being any issues later on where you have random holes in the statue. That also gives us the base platform for the side of the arm. So once again, the side of the arm, just like the side of the legs, is 12x4, and same logic applies in the sense that the 4th block is already there. So let's begin. In terms of the actual side of the arm itself, the first 3 layers is going to be black wool, so that includes the original layer plus 2 more. The 4th layer is going to be a block of coal layer, and again that meets up with the already existent block here, an easy way to know that you've done it correctly. For the 5th layer now, we're going to place 3 black wool. For the 6th layer, we place 3 blocks of coal, and again matches up perfectly. For the 7th layer now, we're going to place 3 orange terracotta. On top of this, we're going to place 3 layers of black wool. That brings us to the 11th layer, the second to last layer. For this, we're going to place 1 black wool, 2 black concrete, and then for the final layer, we're going to place 3 black wool. That is a 12x4, and again, from a side angle, looks like this. That is the left side of the arm, and again, the good news is the right side is indeed the exact same. So if you want to copy it over, again, feel free to do so. So heading round to the right side, pretty much, again, as I just said, we're just replicating what we did. So the first 3 layers is going to be black wool. 4th layer is going to be block of coal. 5th layer is going to be black wool. 6th layer is going to be coal. 7th layer is orange terracotta. 8th, 9th, and 10th layers are black wool. The 11th layer is 2 black concrete, 1 black wool, and then the 12th layer is 3 black wool. Once you've done that, as simple as that, that is the 12x4, and that is the right side of the arm complete. If I back up, you can now see the statue starting to actually form into a 3D shape, starting to look pretty cool, even if I do say so myself. So, the next thing we're going to be working on. If you come around to the rear of the statue, you'll notice not so good. It's a bit lacking, a bit empty. What we're going to do is start working on this, starting off with the rear side of the legs, get that out of the way, and then we'll work up until the rear side of the body, rear side of the arms, and then finally the shoulders. So in terms of what we need to do for the rear side of the legs, the rear side of the legs, just like the front side, is a 12x8. The good news is, just like the front side, it's also very, very simple. So, starting on the left side, we're going to place 2 black wool, 2 blocks of coal, and 2 black wool. And just like we did on the front side, we're going to build up 11 using the coal. The only good thing about this time is we now have the sides to work from, so we know that if it's in line with the side here, it's at the right height. Just like we did on the front side, we're going to build 1 to the left, 1 to right, and on the left we're going to go down diagonal to the left, and down 1, and it will link up diagonally with this block of coal right there. On the right side, same logic applies, down diagonal to right, down 1, links up with this block diagonally, and it gives you a shape that looks like this. Now, unlike the front side, we're not going to be adding any orange terracotta, so the remaining area is going to be filled in with black wool, so just go ahead and fill in all the remaining gap, including this 1 block here, and same logic on the right side, again, just fill it all in using black wool, including the 1 block there. That gives you a 12x8, that is the rear of the legs, very simple, and again, if you want to pause, please feel free to do so. Now, in terms of the rear side of the body, Rear side of the body is extremely easy in comparison to the front side. We're going to start off with the first 2 layers by placing 8 blocks of black wool. So the first 2 layers of the rear side of the body is solid black wool. For the third layer, we're going to place 3 black wool, 2 coal, and 3 black wool, and this is where it gets even easier. So the coal here, we're going to build up 9, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and as you'll notice that brings you up to the same height. That is because this pillar is now 10 tall, and of course we have the 2 layers below it, which means that is our 12 tall area. So essentially we have a 10 by 2 area of coal. What we're going to do is surround it with 10 layers of 3 black wool, or should I say 9 layers because the bottom layer is already there. So we're going to build it up to the exact same height, and then what we're going to do is simply punch out 2 blocks on either side just for small details. So once again, that is the rear side of the body so far. That's 12 by 8. That is 2 layers of black wool, and then 10 layers of 3 black wool, 2 coal, and 3 black wool. Now in terms of the small changes we're going to make, we're going to go to the top left corner. We're going to punch out the top left corner and the block below it. Do the exact same on the right side, and replace both with black concrete. This will link to the rear side of the arms. And again, once you've done that, that is the back complete. And if you want to pause, please feel free to do so. So, backing up, you can now see, this is a statue so far, back of the legs and back of the body complete. We're now going to work on the back of each arm. Starting off on the left side, the rear of the right arm, we're going to again place 3 blocks per layer because the first block is already here. The first layer consists of 3 black wool and 1 block of coal. The second layer, we're going to place 1 black wool, 1 block of black concrete and 1 block of coal. The third layer now we're going to place is 3 black wool, and we're going to cap that off with 3 blocks of coal for the fourth layer. For the fifth layer, we're going to place 2 black wool, 1 black concrete, once again cap it off with 3 blocks of coal, and that is your sixth layer. For the seventh layer now, we're going to place 2 black wool, 1 black concrete, and we're going to repeat this 3 more times. So 2 black wool and 1 black concrete, and that's 4 rows in total. So that is the 10th, 9th, 8th, and 7th layers. For the 11th layer, second to last layer, we're going to place 1 black wool, 1 block of coal, and 1 black concrete. And as you can see here, that links up with the rear side of the body. And then the final layer, we're going to place 3 black wool. That is the rear of the right arm, or from the rear perspective, is the left arm. And again, if you want to pause, feel free to do so. That is a 12 by 4 rectangle. Now, just like before, we're going to repeat this on the right side, or in this case, the rear of the left arm. So the first layer is 1 coal, 3 black wool. The second layer is 1 coal, 1 black concrete, and 1 black wool. For the third layer now, we're going to place 3 black wool. Fourth layer consists of 3 block of coal. The next layer, the fifth layer, is going to be 1 black concrete, 2 black wool, and then the sixth layer is going to be 3 blocks of coal. For the next 4 layers, we're going to place 1 black concrete and 2 black wool. So again, that's the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th layers, is 1 black concrete, 2 black wool. The 11th layer is going to be 1 black concrete, again links up perfectly, as you can see, 1 block of coal and 1 black wool, and then the 12th layer is 3 black wool. If I back up, it should now look something like this. Once again, that is the rear side of the statue complete. Good opportunity to pause. And now we're going to start making some progress on the shoulders. So, in regards to the shoulders, we're going to come to the top area, look at it from the front perspective, aka the side with the orange glass on it. We're going to start off on the left side. Now, in terms of the actual shoulders, only a 4x4 square is going to be visible on each side. What this means is the middle area is going to be completely covered by the head. So, starting on the left side, we're going to place 2 black wool, and then we're going to place 2 rows of black concrete. That is a 4x4, that's what's going to be visible on the left side. In terms of the right side, exact same applies. We're going to place 1 row of black wool to the left of the previous row. We're then going to place 2 rows of black concrete, and that's your 4x4 that's visible. The remaining area in the middle here, which is an 8x2 area, doesn't matter, it's going to be covered up by the head. Just for completion purposes, I'm going to go ahead and fill it in with black wool. You don't have to if you're really wanting to save those resources, but again, I'm just going to patch it in. So, once you've done that, that is the body of the statue complete. No, we do not want the leaderboards, we want to get rid of my arm. And yeah, what we're going to do is have a little spin around. If you're 100% confident, you're good to go, you want to move on to the head, just skip about a minute forwards in the video. This is an opportunity for all the people that just want to make sure, double check everything's going great, and yeah, it's just an opportunity to catch up, fix things up, and yeah, just do anything that needs to be changed before the head. So once again, if you want to skip, I'll see you in about a minute. If you don't, we're going to go piece to piece and give some dimensions and hopefully help you out a bit. So in terms of what we're going to do, as I said, we're going to go to each part. So for example, this is the front side of the legs. I'm going to state the dimensions. In this case, it's a 12 by 8, 12 tall, 8 wide. I'm also going to mention if there is any 3D effects. In this case, as you can see, there is the 3 by 3 squares, which are positioned on the left side and the right side, and are centered pretty much in the middle with a 4 block gap at the top and a 5 block gap at the bottom. So it goes from the 6th layer to the 7th layer to the 8th layer, so 3 layers in total. Once again, after every time, I'll give you guys an opportunity to pause the video if you want to, and otherwise we're just going to move on. So moving on up, we have the front side of the body. That is once again a 12 by 8, and we have the front side of each arm, which is 12 by 4. Going around to the left side, we have the left side of the leg. That is 12 by 4. The inside of the left arm, 4 by 4. And the left side of the arm, which is once again 12 by 4. Going around to the right side, exact same as the left, just mirrored. We have the right side of the leg, 12 by 4. Underside of the right hand, 4 by 4, and the right side of the arm, 12 by 4. Go around to the rear side with the rear side of the legs, that's 12 by 8. With the rear side of the body, once again 12 by 8. And then finally the shoulders, which is 16 wide and 4 blocks thick. So yeah, once you've done that, you are now ready to move on to the head. Hopefully everything's looking great. Again, if you are having any issues, please do not hesitate to let me know down in the comment section below. Once again, I'm doing YouTube pretty much full time over the summer. Have plenty of time on my hands. You're just going to take me away from Fortnite and kind of help out with that addiction. So again, if you need the help, please do ask for it. Anyways, let's move on. So for the head, we're going to start off on the front side. We're going to come to the top left corner, this part here, and we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block, we're going to place a black wall, bring it 1 forwards, and then place a black concrete in front of it. On the right side, we're going to do the exact same. So we go to the front right corner, count 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block, we're going to place a black wall, bring it 1 forwards, and then extend it a further block forwards using black concrete. So we now have a 2 block overhang on the front side. Now, in between, in the middle part, next to this black wall here on the first layer, we're going to place 1 block of coal. We're then going to place 4 polished andesite and 1 block of coal. For the second layer, exact same. So 1 coal, 4 polished andesite, and 1 coal. And if you look at it from below, it looks like this. That's an 8 by 2 area, and that is, again, an 8 by 2 overhang. Now, in terms of the sides, what we're going to do is expand it backwards. So we're going to start off by expanding it 5 blocks to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, exact same on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and link together on the rear side by placing a 6 by 2 area. This will give you an 8 by 2 overall, or solid black wall, but most importantly, this will give you an 8 by 8 square. So this is the template for the head, and from this, we're going to build up on each side. So we've got the front side, aka the face, left side, right side, and of course, rear side. So we're going to start off with the face. Once again, each side is 8 by 8. In total, the head's going to be an 8 by 8 by 8 cube. However, there are a few 3D effects on this head, so we'll get to that later on. So, starting off, as I said before, we're going to start with the face. First layer already here is 1 black concrete, 1 block of coal, 4 polished andesite, 1 coal, and 1 black concrete. The second layer is going to be 2 black wool, 4 polished andesite, and 2 black wool. And again, that is the second layer. The third layer is going to be 1 black wool, 6 polished andesite, and 1 black wool. As mentioned before, when I said about the few changes I've made to the design, in the original design, Boros did use stone bricks, so if you want to use stone bricks, feel free to do so. The reason I'm going for this is because it kind of has a cleaner look to it, in terms of texture, rather than stone bricks where it has the visible brick lines. But again, you can choose whichever you feel is necessary, and I just thought I'd mention that, just so you know. So anyways, continuing now with the fourth layer, we're going to place 1 black wool. We're then going to grab ourselves our stone slab. Once again, if you want to use stone bricks, use stone brick slab. We're going to place 1 stone slab, leave a 4 block gap, place 1 stone slab, and 1 black wool. The next layer, which is the 5th layer, we're going to go ahead and place a block of our choice, just a random one. I'm going to place grey concrete. To the right of this, we're going to place a stone slab on the upper half. We're then going to punch out the block and build one to the left, once again on the upper half. It shouldn't connect to the black wall. If you have done it on the lower half, as you can see there. Make sure, once again, it's on the upper half of the block. To the right of these slabs, we're going to place 4 polished andesite. We're then going to place a further 2 slabs once again on the upper half of the block. This is kind of the area where the eyes are going to be, but we'll get to that in a second. So for the next layer, which is the 6th layer, we're going to place 8 polished andesite. We're going to do this once again for the 7th layer, which is the second to last layer. For the final layer, which is the 8th layer, we're going to place 3 polished andesite, 2 black concrete, and 3 polished andesite, and once you've done that, that is an 8x8 square. Now, in regards to the massive, I guess, elephant in the room, which is the massive gap here, we're going to go behind, and we're going to place a row of orange concrete. So when I say a row, we're going to have to kind of place 2, go down, to the side, all the way across, up, and to the side. As you can see, if you go around to the front side, it now looks something like this. So it's essentially like a curved bar of orange. I'm choosing to use concrete for this, just to give it a brighter vibe, but a brighter texture than the actual terracotta, just to make, again, the face kind of the center of attention. What we're also going to do, as a small little effect, is we're going to grab ourselves our nether brick slab. We're going to go to the bottom left corner of the face, come to the second block in, and on the upper half of this coal block, we're going to place a nether brick slab, and we're going to build up one again. So it's essentially a block, but it's halfway on the bottom one, halfway on the top one. What we're also going to do is, on this block here, the black wall, so second layer, first block, on the upper half, we're going to place a nether brick slab, and we're also going to build up one again. So exact same logic applies in terms of being in between 2 blocks. So we start on the top of the second block, and finish on the bottom of the third block. We're going to repeat this on the right side, so once again, we come to the coal block, upper, and then the block above it on the lower, and to the side of it, upper, and then lower. So it's mirrored on the left side and the right side. This is just kind of like the purple highlights on the face. And once again, if you want to pause, you're more than welcome to do so. That is the front side of the face complete, and we're now going to start making some progress on the sides, in this case, the left side. So once again, that is the front side, and let's head round. So, in regards to the left side and the right side, because they are indeed the exact same, we're basically, once again, going to go left to right, layer by layer. It's very, very simple. Basically consists of black wall, we have black concrete, grey concrete, and also a little tiny bit of orange concrete. So, 4 main blocks. We'll grab our polished andesite as well, so we can factor that in. But the majority, as I said, is going to be these 4 blocks, or 3 blocks. So, the first layer, as you can see here, is already done. That's 7 black wool, 1 black concrete. Second layer is as following. We're going to place 4 black wool and 3 black concrete. Third layer now is going to be 3 black wool and 4 black concrete. The next layer is going to be 2 black wool, 4 black concrete, 1 orange concrete, and that is the 4th layer. For the 5th layer now, we're going to place 1 black wool, 4 black concrete, and 1 grey concrete, so that is the 5th layer. For the 6th layer, we're going to place 1 black wool, 3 black concrete, 3 grey concrete, that's the 6th layer. 7th layer, second to last layer, is going to be 1 black wool, 3 black concrete, 2 grey concrete, and 1 polished andesite, so this is kind of factoring into the front side and linking up to the top of the head. And then for the final layer, the 8th layer, we're going to place 3 black wool, 2 black concrete, and 2 polished andesite, and that is the left side of the head, at least the basic part of the left side of the head. So on top of this, we're going to add a little 3D effect, once again, just to add shape to the side of the head, but again, you want this basic shape first, so if you haven't, pause the video and replicate it. What we're then going to do is, we're going to go to the top left corner, we're going to go down 1, and from this row, we're going to place a row of 4 black concrete. And underneath this, we're going to do it twice more. So as you can see, it's now a 3 tall area, 4 wide, using black concrete. On the 3rd layer, which is this one here, we're going to expand 1 block to the right. So the first 2 is 4 wide, the 3rd layer is 5 wide. Underneath this, we're going to leave a 2 block gap. We're then going to place 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's kind of following the black concrete template we already have. As you can see, the next layer, we're going to leave a 3 block gap, place 1, 2, 3, 4. And then for the final layer, we're going to leave a 1 block gap and place 1, 2, 3. So as you can see, that is the basic shape. If you want to pause, again, feel free to do so. And that is the left side of the head complete. Now one thing you can do, and it's not something that I've done in this video, but again it's an optional thing, you could grab yourself a grey banner if you really wanted to cover up the side and put a grey banner on the side. The only reason I don't like it is because you've got the little wooden texture here and it's not flush against the wall, it kind of goes out at a vertical angle, so I don't 100% like the banners, but it definitely is an option and it's definitely something that I've seen on quite a few builds, including the original design. So again, that is the left side, and then we're going to head round to the right side and work on that. So as mentioned before, right side is the exact same. So we're going to start off on the first layer, which is already done. That's 1 black concrete, 7 black wool. Second layer is going to be 3 black concrete and 4 black wool. The third layer is going to be 4 black concrete, 3 black wool. Next layer is going to be 1 orange concrete, 4 black concrete, and 2 black wool. The next layer, which is the fifth layer, is going to be 1 grey concrete, 4 black concrete, and 1 black wool. So again, that is the fifth layer. Sixth layer now is going to be 3 grey concrete, 3 black concrete, 1 black wool. Second to last layer, the seventh layer, is going to be 1 polished andesite, 2 grey concrete, 3 black concrete, 1 black wool, and then the eighth and final layer is going to be 2 polished andesite, 2 black concrete, and 3 black wool. So once again, that is the basic shape complete. Again, brief opportunity to pause, and then we're going to add the 3D effect. So the 3D effect is the exact same as the other side. So we're going to come to the top right corner, go down 1 block, and then place a row of 4 black concrete. We're going to repeat that twice more. So again, that's 3 layers of 4 black concrete, and on the third layer, we're going to go 1 block to the left. For the next layer, we leave a 2 block gap, and we're essentially just following the black concrete that's already there. So we leave a 2 block gap, we're then going to place 4. The next level, we're going to leave a 3 block gap, place 4. And then the next layer, we're going to leave a 4 block gap and place 3. As you can see, that's all out of black concrete and essentially just follows the pattern we have on the underside. That is the right side of the head. Once again, if you want to pause, more than welcome to do so. And then we're going to go around to the rear side. So, come around to the rear side of the head. Once again, 8x8 square. Majority of the outline is done. First layer is of course just solid black wool. For the second layer, we're going to place in between. So we're only placing 6 blocks per layer because left and right side are already done. So 6 per layer. Left side, we're going to place 1 black wool, 4 black concrete, 1 black wool, and repeat this for the third layer. So that's 1 black wool, 4 black concrete, and 1 black wool. For the next 4 layers, we're going to place 2 black wool, 2 black concrete, 2 black wool. So again, this is for 4 layers, and this will bring us all the way up until the 7th layer of the head. For the final layer of the head, which is of course the top layer, we're going to place 6 black wool, links up perfectly. That's the rear side of the head. That's an 8x8 square. And again, if you want to pause, please do so. The final side of the head, which is of course the top area, we're going to start off at the back by filling in 2 layers of 6 black wool. So again, we're going to be working from the back forwards. The fourth layer is going to be 1 black concrete, 1 black wool, 2 polished andesite, 1 black wool, and 1 black concrete. The fifth layer is going to be 1 black concrete, 4 polished andesite, and 1 black concrete. Next layer is the exact same. Once again, that's 1 black concrete, 4 polished andesite, and 1 black concrete. And then the next layer, again, exact same. 1 black concrete, 4 polished andesite, 1 black concrete. So from above, it ends up looking something like this. Once again, that's an 8x8 square. And that brings us to the final step in this build, which is where we are going to place the little kind of like horns. That's probably not the right word, but the little 3D effect on the top of his head that's coming off the helmet. So we're going to start on the left side. We come to the front left corner. On the second block in, we're going to place a stone slab and build one to the right. Directly behind this, we're going to place 2 polished andesite blocks. On top of said polished andesite blocks, we're going to place a stone slab on each. Come around to the side now. It's probably going to be easier if you do come around to the side. So we're going to build one to the left, or if you're at the front perspective, one backwards using stone slabs. And then behind that, we're going to place a polished andesite block on each. So again, it gives you a curved shape that looks like this. Underneath the stone slabs here, we're also going to place another row of stone slabs. Once you've done that, that is the shape you get, and that is the left horn, or left spike, coming out the side of his head. We're going to repeat this on the right side, so we head over to the front right corner, come to the second block, place 2 stone slabs, behind it 2 polished andesite, on top of it 2 stone slabs, to the side, or behind it 2 stone slabs, behind that 2 polished andesite, and underneath the stone slabs 2 more stone slabs. So once again, that is the shape. It's very simplistic, and if you want to pause, please again do so. But with that said and done, that is the statue complete. So I'm going to get rid of my arm. We're going to do a little spin around of the head whilst I pretty much wrap up the video. Once again, I want to say a huge thank you to Boris, otherwise known again as BorosBros, who did the original design. The majority, like 99% of the work, was done by him. So again, huge credit where credit is due to him. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the video done. If you did enjoy, definitely leave a like on the video. If you found it at all useful or anything, again, like, very much appreciated. If you didn't, dislike button is right next to it. Let me know down in the comment section below not only what you liked about the video, what you didn't, what you want to see on the channel in the near future, but also a bit about how you're doing in Fortnite. I just find it interesting. It's a bit of engagement that we never really have. So again, if you want to leave your number below, your battle pass number, and I guess maybe a bit about how many games you've won. That'd be interesting for me, because I'm still yet to win a game, so feels bad. Anyways, yeah, so if you haven't already, consider subscribing and turn on notifications, because as you've probably heard in a million different videos so far, notifications seeming pretty essential right now in regards to subscriptions. On top of that, if you actually want to see my videos, because YouTube doesn't really push them out too often, follow me on Twitter at GummyBearGames, and I tweet out every time I upload. Apart from all that plugging, thank you very much for watching. Again, I'll be back with another Fortnite video probably next week. In the meantime, there's going to be a bunch of different content on the channel, 3 videos a week, maybe 4 sometimes. So again, stick around. Anyways, apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, my name has been Gummy, and goodbye. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true.